Right, lads, so today I'm going to give a little guide on Opcom, or Voxcom, which is what I've got. It's the same thing, just a little cracked version, and it's a lot cheaper. I picked my Voxcom up for like £20 off eBay. I'm not going to provide links in this video because I think it could get the channel in trouble, and also you can find them really easily on eBay anyway. You just need to type it in. The version what's running on my Opcom is V1.64. That's the interface, and the software is Voxcom 120309A. I'm just reading it off the laptop there. Yeah, that's about it really. I'll give you a little demo of what the Opcom looks like, and then we'll get into the software and I'll show you what it can do and sort of, yeah. Alright. So here's the actual Opcom. It's literally a 16-pin interface. It's got a little bit of a USB connector, and you literally just plug it in and the other end plugs into your computer. And it has lights on it which will indicate whether data is being transferred. So power, obviously it's just whether it's receiving power, and it'll get power from the OBD2 port, so you know that's connected properly. And then the RX and TX are just literally data flowing between the Opcom and, well, between the car's ECU and the laptop. So that's really all you need to know. You just literally plug it into the OBD2 port, as I'll show you in a second, and yeah. So the OBD2 port is located underneath the heat controls, just there. And you want to slot your Opcom in, and you can see it's already receiving power, so it's all ready to go. Then you just want to connect your USB into the OBD2, the Opcom, and connect it into your laptop, like that. And you will need the ignition on, so just switch the ignition on, like that. So now we're inside the software. We're going to go to Diagnostics, and then you have the different years of cars available. You can automatically scan, but as you can see, it goes to 1987. So people always ask me what years. Well, there you go, 1987. Not sure how true that is, but yeah. So mine's a Corsa D 2008, so I'm just going to select that now. And then you have the 6 different sort of modes. So we're going to select body, which is the body ECU in the car. I'm going to go to the body control module, and you've just got to let it sort of connect to the the car's computer, and because it's not running the official version, it has this unresponding window, let's just say, but that's just perfectly normal. And then it'll do check an interface, and then this next window will come up with the body control module. And in there you have programming, output tests, measuring blocks and fault codes, which is pretty cool. So first of all, we're going to programming. And as you can see, you can select different high-speed CAN configurations. You can enter your security code in to be able to actually do some other programming. I've just entered my security code there, and it'll say it's reading the current variant configuration. That'll take a few seconds, and then you'll be presented with the current settings, which you can adjust and program in a new setting. So if you want to, for example, put some automatic lights in, you'd select it and change it, and then click program. There's anti-theft warning, you can add that to the vehicle. There's many different settings really. Comfort closing, it says invalid, so therefore it doesn't have it. So it's got the emergency brake light function. You can see there was 2 different settings there, so I could change it over if possible, if I'd like. I wanted to put fog lights in, so we'll click present and click program, and that literally programs it. It's as simple as that. So the car's ECU in the body, or the BCM. So now we're going to click the infotainment system, and you can see it's got a few different settings. I've covered this in one of my other videos with the GID screen installation, but
I know a few people have asked me about in my comments before about the like programming the GID screen and, you know, just loading it up in Opcom more than anything. So that's what I'm going to go and do now. It takes a little while to check the interface, but it's fine. It isn't the official version, so I can put up with it. As you can see there, I click fault codes, which it just displays if there's any faults in the GID screen. I'm just adjusting the UK units in the GID screen here. Well, that's more correct because I am in the UK, and it's as simple as programming like that. There's the program code index, which this is what I was referring to in terms of changing the screen over. So there's a few different settings, and it allows you to select the fuel consumption and other settings like that with the phone, and, you know, just like that. I'm sort of flicking through now, just showing you random things whilst we talk along. And now we're selecting the engine, which mine's a Z1, well, 1.2 EXP. So just loading that up, and the interface status will stay like this for a little while whilst it's just connecting to the car's ECU, which can take, you know, a few minutes. There we go. And it'll load up all the ECU data, like part numbers. Well, yeah. So here we go. We're looking at fault codes. There's not any in the engine. And now we're looking at diagnostic data, which is absolutely brilliant. I find it so helpful for diagnosing issues. And there's many different settings it has, which is absolutely brilliant. As you can see, the intake air temperature, it's got the voltage, it's got the map sensor pressure and the voltage, coolant temperature, AC pressure. My car doesn't unfortunately have it. Cruise control there you can see, which when I was fitting the cruise control to the car, that was very helpful in determining whether the engine was receiving the instructions from the BCM, which obviously it is. Here I'm showing the sort of like O2 sensor data, which is absolutely brilliant. You can determine if you've got an air leak or anything like that, or whether you've got a botched sensor. So you're actually testing it, and you can do a bit of physical testing from that, but it's just a quicker way. Whack the computer in. Here's the engine oil life, which my car doesn't unfortunately have, but I have considered fitting it, but I don't really want to be drilling the sump or anything, unless there's a plug. I'm not too sure. Stay away from that reset ECU button at the top. It's lethal. As you can see here, this is the programming for programming the engine ECU, and you don't actually need a security code for this, but you do need for the BCM. And you can see it's as simple as that. It didn't ask me for a code at all. You can program the tyre circumference if you're running obviously different tyres, but mine's correct. I did check that, but I think it covers in the group 1. It covers all those tyres, and then you can select group 2 and then put different tyres on. I'm not sure. Maybe if it says other, so maybe you can add them, and then it sort of calculates the car's speed more accurately, because obviously it was incorrect. You can also reset the O2 learned block, the learned block maps, if you want to. So now we'll just go back out, and there's transmission and chassis we've not looked at. So look at the chassis, which has the ABS and the EPS, and this can be brilliant for diagnosing whether there's issues with individual wheel speed sensors and the ABS sensor, because you can individually look at the the wheel speeds, and that's all inactive, all the valves, but it has all that data. You can also just see quick fault codes, it loads it up. And just mention here, Opcom can load up the ABS. Don't think I showed it in this video, but it can. We'll look at electric power steering now, just to sort of check over and show you what capability Opcom has. It's slightly irritating waiting for the interface, but yeah, it's fine. And there we go, it's connected. So it shows up all the part numbers and production date on it, and it actually is showing quite a bit of information for you there, which can be helpful. And you can see here the battery voltage, which is a little bit low actually, considering it's a decent, it's a fairly new battery really, 12.2 volts. It's still good, but it's not as high as I would have thought. At this moment, I'm messing around with the steering wheel, and you can see the driver torque is changing and the EPS torque. That's just the sensor determining how much effort required to assist moving the wheels. There's the steering angle sensor. You would have saw that if I had that on when I was moving it around. But yeah, that's about it, guys. One last note is pick revision B.